हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा। Do you have Vaishnav song? Yeah. In this? No. Hard copy. Take this, touch it to the chair. This way, ऐसा सा. Could you get this filled with filtered water? But don't make it tight. Very loose. That Prabhupada song, Bodo Krupa Kavile. And also Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila second part. Hare Krishna. चैतन्य चरितामृत मध्य लीला पाठ करताल करताल Is this touching? Hare Krishna. Sung by Srila Prabhupada when he was on the Boston Harbor on September 18, 1965. बड़ो कृपा कैले कृष्ण मेरा प्रति की लागिया नीले हे ठाकुर ए बेगति बड़ो कृपा कैले कृष्ण मेरा प्रति की लागिया नीले हे ठाकुर ए बेगति কিছু কার্য তব এই অনুমানে নহে কেন আনিবে না এই উগ্র স্থানে रजस्तमो गुणेर सबाई अच्छन्न वासुदेव कथा रुचि रहे से प्रसन्न रजस्तमो गुणेर सबाई अच्छन्न वासुदेव कथा रुचि रहे से प्रसन्न तबे जागी तब कृपा होय अहेतुकी सकली संभव होय तुमि से कौतुकी तबे जागी तब कृपा होय अहेतुकी सकली संभव होय तुमि से कौतुकी भावे भोजले तारा भुजे से रस एक कृपा करो प्रभु करि निज वश भावे भोजले तारा भुजे से रस एक कृपा करो प्रभु करि निज वश तुम्हारा इच्छाय सब भय माया वश तुम्हारा इच्छाय नाश मायार परश तुम्हारा इच्छाय सब भय माया वश तुम्हारा इच्छाय नाश मायार परश तब इच्छा হয় যদি তাদের উদ্ধার বুঝিবে নিশ্চয় তবে কথা সে তোমার ইচ্ছা হয় যদি তাদের উদ্ধার বুঝিবে নিশ্চয় তবে কথা সে তোমার ভাগবতের কথা हैया शून्य जाजे काने बार बार शृणुतां स्वकथा कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयन्तस्थो ह्यभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी तदा रजस्तमो भावः कामलोभादयश्च ये चेत एतैरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते भिद्यते हृदयाग्रन्थिश्चिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि दृष्ट एवात्मनीश्वरे रजस्तामोहते ताबे पायिबे निस्तार हृदयेराभद्रसबे मुचिबे ताहर क्षुद्र आमी दीनाहीन कोनो शक्ति नहीं अथ चाहे निछो प्रभु कथा बोली बारे ये तुम्हारा इच्छा प्रभु करो ये बारे अखिल जगद्गुरु वचन से अमर अलंकृत परिवार क्षमता तुम्हारा तब कृपा हैले मोर कथा शुद्ध हबे सुनिया सबर शोक दुख जे बुझिबे अनिया छो जदि प्रभु हमारे न छठे न चाओ प्रभु न चाओ से मते अनिया छो जदि प्रभु हमारे न छठे न चाओ प्रभु न चाओ से मते कष्टेर पुतली जथा न चाओ से मते भक्ति नाई वेदनाई नमे खूब दरो भक्ति वेदांत नाम एवे सार्थक करो जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीडी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमत शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की, मथुरापुरी धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, गंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, भक्ति देवी की, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा गोपाल की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. This song written by Srila Prabhupada is very important. First of all, welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of cultivating mode of goodness and importance of sadhana card. So in this we get a hint, a lot of hint is there about the mode of goodness. So we sang the song and I'll just read the translation and highlight some part. My dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I do not know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me, but I guess you have some business here. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place? Most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. Prabhupada has written this in 1965, September 18th, just when he reached Boston Harbor. So in what West was or America was in 1960, India is in 2025, more or less, though the culture is there. So thus in India also a lot of passion and ignorance is there. Many Indians, crores of Indians are haunted, possessed by these two lower modes of ignorance and passion. So this song very much is applicable to India also now, to all of us also. Absorbed in material life, they think themselves very happy and satisfied, and therefore they have no taste for the transcendental message of Vasudeva. I do not know how they will be able to understand it. That means those who are passionate and ignorant, they don't have taste for the transcendental message of Lord Krishna. So we can ask ourselves how much we have taste for the transcendental message of Krishna. How much we take pleasure in reading Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, or hearing it, or we are more attracted, more eager for hearing worldly talks, all about iPhone, MacBook, and all technical subjects, and politics, social life, sports, Bollywood, Hollywood, movies, actors, actresses, and family life, all these other subject matter. Are we attracted to that more? Are we very eager to read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam? We have to ask ourselves. So he's saying, I do not know how they will be able to understand it. So our problem, Prabhupada has stated. But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible because you are the most expert mystic. So that's what is happening in ISKCON all over the world. The mystic power of Krishna, who is the greatest mystic, is visible everywhere. How will they understand the mellows of devotional service? O Lord, I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. So this is the responsibility of all preachers, to be able to convince Krishna's message to the hearts of those who are stooped in passion and ignorance. So the preacher has to pray like anything, then it is possible. All of us have been invested with unlimited prayers by our superiors. We don't know how much. Like yesterday some devotee had asked, I think, question online, is on the chat, that something like what to do in college, I think, and I answered that preach there to everyone. So then afterwards, today morning I remembered, my spiritual master, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, when I was in the third year of engineering, he instructed me. We were three of us, one brahmachari, Saffron brahmachari, His Grace Gaurasundar Prabhu, took me and one more devotee. Somehow we two were only available in Shri Radha Gopinath Temple, Bombay. So he took us to Maharaj room, only Maharaj and we three, four of us only in his room. So then His Grace Gaurasundar Prabhu said, Maharaj, these devotees, is referring to both of us, myself and Patit Pavan Prabhu, that these devotees, means in general, we two were representative of all of us who were into youth preaching. But that time only two of us were available. So Maharaj, these devotees help us when we do youth preaching, college preaching in the colleges. So then Maharaj was very happy. He looked at both of us and he said, see, he, looking at Gaurasundar Prabhu, can come to your college, but he cannot go to rooms and call the boys, come for program something, because he's Saffron brahmachari, shaved head. He may not be allowed also inside the hostel or rooms like that. But you can go to all those rooms and call those boys to him, and he can preach to them, and wonderful preaching will happen. And then he made one statement. He said that in whole of your life you can never preach as much as now by calling these boys. That did not mean that throughout life I should have been going to hostel only, wearing shirt pant. But the point is, I can also play the higher role of being a brahmachari. But what he meant was that time that I had the access for thousands of boys. In my college itself, there were 10,000 boys and girls studying. So let's say that time boys would be more, girls would be less in engineering. So I had access to 7,000-8,000 boys in my college who were doing engineering, and apart from that, architecture, and then MBBS, BDS, BMS, BHMS. There were many other faculties also. So it was a huge university, Bharati Vidyapit. Ours was Bharati Vidyapit's College of Engineering, but Bharati Vidyapit had the whole campus. So thus, so he had already empowered. Similarly, IIT Kharagpur preaching. When one of my seniors from PICT College, Pune Institute of Computer Technology, he passed out from computer science. Then he took up a job. He was staying in Vice only, pass out. And many times I would go with him to temple also. So after 1 or 2 years of working, then for whatever reason, he thought of going for MTech, and he passed also GRE. And so he got placed in IIT Kharagpur. So then Radheshyam Prabhu took him to Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami. Radheshyam Prabhu was telling that you start preaching, and he was hesitant, he was thinking. But there was nothing, absolutely no preaching in IIT Kharagpur. So then he took him to Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and Radhanath Maharaj said, see Prabhu, you are blessed, you have got admission for MTech. For 2 years you will be there, and that's a very prestigious institute of India, IIT Kharagpur. So if you could preach to boys there, because they're all intelligent boys, come from pious, cultured families, so a lot of help can be given to those boys. Otherwise they are getting carried away. Maharaj inspired him very amazingly, and he said, Maharaj, by your blessings I will try. And then he was the one who was the pioneer for IIT Kharagpur preaching, starting. Rasikanand Prabhu, my senior. I stayed with him for 1 year at least. So it was amazing. And he started, and then it was handed, because he passed out, he handed it over to that time, whatever, Vrajavasi Prabhu, Acharya Prabhu, and the Brahmacharis took care of further years, all future years, maybe last 20-30 years. Then he, after doing M.Tech from IIT Kharagpur, then he came to got a job in Hyderabad. So in Hyderabad, he started preaching in Osmania University, which is very close to our Abid's temple, Koti area. And then he was also going weekend to NIT Warangal and started preaching to those boys also. 2-3 months he preached, did disco rehearsal session in NIT Warangal, something up to 3rd or 4th session. Weekend only he was able to go. And then he had to take care of Osmania, like that. And then he felt terribly sick. He was bedridden. Some 1 or 2 months passed by. He was not able to stand up almost. Then he asked Radhesham Prabhu, these boys are very nice boys and they were very enthusiastic, but unfortunately I am not able to go only because I am bedridden. If you can send some brahmachari, it will be of a great help, because the boys can pick up. And now if we leave them now, they will be lost in Maya. So then Radhesham Prabhu asked me, that is it possible for you to go to Warangal and Osmania University in Hyderabad? I said yes, 2003. So I went, I think September, and then I took over for 7 months. I took care of those boys while being they were in hostel only, and I was not having any place to stay. Somewhere here, flat renting there, and prasad was not a problem. Prasad was a big problem. Then I would send my assistant to Warangal temple, 15 kilometers away, and he would get prasadam from there. Otherwise, he would cook only khichdi, and I would take only khichdi, morning, evening khichdi. So it was very austere days. And once for first time I went in NIT Warangal, there was no place only for us. So then he rented out guest house in the college campus for the parents, relatives of the boys and girls. There was some accommodation with 150 rupees per day, something. So that was rented out for me. And 41 hours I was inside that room only, because I cannot go out in Saffron in college campus. Everybody will say, what is this? How a sadhu is inside, what is he doing? So 41 hours I was inside. And then after that, when I had to go, I had to put blanket all over my body, all the way down, so that my saffron will be invisible to all. But still lower part of my dhoti was hanging only. And the guards, watchmen, they were watching. Why in the September month, not so hot, and Warangal is called hot only, not so cold. Why is this fellow is wearing blanket all over that too? Maybe he's sick, but below the saffron is little bit hanging, dhoti also, it is not pant. So, and somehow I escaped from there. Afterwards we had place. So many austerities, so many devotees have prayed for us, and they have sacrificed. Prabhupada, we know what a sacrifice he did for preaching to Westerners and then eventually Indians. So lot of prayers have gone in our becoming a devotee and getting raised as devotees. So we should not forget that. Just like childbirth, parents do a lot, grandparents do a lot, and many others in the society, family, they do a lot. So like that only our spiritual upbringing is. So we should never be disrespectful or ungrateful towards all the devotees who have nurtured us, who have given birth to us spiritually, and who have nurtured us spiritually. So saying, but I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible, because you are the most expert mystic. How will they understand the mellows of devotional service? Oh Lord, I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. So preachers pray a lot to Krishna to be able to give power to other living entities. They derive all power from Krishna only. Krishna is the reservoir of all the powers. Ghanatvam is the mercy, and then that is given through Guru. All living entities have come under the control of the illusory energy by your will, and therefore, if you like, by your will, they can also be released from the clutches of illusion. So you can see how much devotee has to pray for our upbringing. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you so desire their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. How much Prabhupada is crying out his heart. Krishna, please help. Krishna, please be merciful. Give your mercy to them. So that's how they were delivered, and we are getting delivered. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation, and if a sober person repeatedly receives it with submissive oral reception, then he will be able to understand your message. So there lies the key for our topic, cultivating the mode of goodness. So how does one come to the mode of goodness? Nityam Bhagavata same way. Abhadras go down, as I was telling in the morning. 75% abhadras have to go out. 25% is not a problem. They can remain in our heart. They will go away eventually. But 75 anathas will take 75% anathas will take millions of lifetimes if we are not careful in spiritual life. And how to be careful? By regularly hearing Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Prabhupada's translation is, by regular attendance in Srimad Bhagavatam classes, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost reduced to nil in Srimad Bhagavatam. So 75% anathas go down and 100% attendance is required for Srimad Bhagavatam classes. And like that, few years, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, with other parts taken care of, then we will be in Nishtha. Then with 25% anathas, you can steadily go on with devotional practice, and that is what is called as mode of goodness. Nishtha means coming to the mode of goodness, and anatha nivritti means heavy dominance of passion and ignorance. And that's why the mind is wandering while practicing anything in spiritual life, particularly chanting, or one is feeling sleepy while hearing Bhagavatam class, and more so while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In Kirtan one may not sleep, but one may get tired, bored. What is this? Kirtan is going on for a long time. But that's some musical entertainment. But then in Bhagavatam class, one will be feeling more sleepy than in Kirtans. And more than that, one will feel very sleepy in chanting because of the mode of ignorance. So for that, he has to read daily. Problem is, because those who are in the mode of goodness, they are Brahmanas. Brahmanas are with scriptures, Patan Patan. Out of the 6 activities of Brahman, 2 are Patan Patan, studying scriptures, teaching scriptures. So both are very vital, important aspects of Brahmana's life. So because that is not there with passionate, ignorant people, so they have first most difficult task of their life is to read only scriptures, to read Prabhupada books. Somehow we do that through sadhana card also. So how many of you feel sadhana card daily? Here not daily. So weekly ones, not weekly ones. Weekly ones, how will you are not having photographic memory. But how many of you feel sadhana card in general? Okay, and how many of you feel daily? So all are not feeling daily. So that itself is sign of not being in the mode of goodness. It can be on the table where we study, or somewhere, let's say locker. It can be in locker. I don't know what you will do, but something like pasting or something, sticking, something like that. And there it can be written. Pen can also be hanging there, so that I want to write, but where is the pen? I lost my pen, and then he goes here and there, and he's completely lost. First the pen was lost, then he is lost. So the pen can also be there. Certainly some other devotees can pull that pen and take it for sabji purchase, all that, whatever, accounting. So that is another problem. So like this, a sadhaka is very irregular. If you ask me what is goodness, I'll say only 2 words. One who is calmly convinced of spiritual practices. That is the mode of goodness. Which one is not convinced? The Brahmana is quite calmly convinced. Patan Patan, Yajan Yajan, Dan Pratigra. That's it. I learn how to chant Hare Krishna, and I teach others how to chant Hare Krishna, because that is yagya for this Kali Yuga. Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai. So I learn from my seniors how to practice, how to chant, how to do kirtan and everything, and I teach to other devotees like that. And I study scriptures with the help of my superiors, and I teach it to other devotees. And then I get the dan, and I do the pratigraha also, like that. So this is what should be done. So we have to take shelter of somebody who is in the mode of goodness. Then it will be possible. My understanding of the entire sadhana card feeling is to help a passionate and ignorant sadhaka, to pull him, to help him to come to the mode of goodness. That is what sadhana card is meant for. Because daily you have to keep track of what time you slept. Let's say I am writing about yesterday. So let's say yesterday night I slept at 11:30. So I have to write there 11:30. And it's very painful because I know my counselor will catch me. How many of you, your counselor checks your sadhana card after 1 week is over? Let's say Monday or Tuesday. So only 2 devotees. So what are other devotees counselors doing? And what are you doing? How is your counselor not checking your sadhana card? When I was in Warangal, every week I was not there because I was there for 12 days only. So when I was there, every Monday I would check, and every Tuesday we would give gifts also. On the notice board, everybody's sadhana card would be there. Body score, soul score. Pawan Prabhu, this much body score, that much soul score. Then another Pawan Prabhu, there one younger Pawan and another senior Pawan. So his score like that. Then Balaji Prabhu, who became Bhagavad Katha Prabhu. Chitish Prabhu, who became Kurma Avatar Prabhu. Then what is his name? Prasad Prabhu, who became Chaitanya Seva Prabhu, and Aditya Prabhu, who became Shri Antariksh Prabhu. He is in US now. So all their names and body score, how much soul score. And Tuesday I would tell, okay, so these are the devotees who have got above 80. And so many names of the boys, or let's say 1250. So in that only 4, 5, 6, 7, they are above 80. Understand? 80% body score or plus, and soul score also 80%. So their names only I would read. So okay, lowest then, let's say Pawan Prabhu, body score 81% and soul score 83%. Hari Bol. And then I would give the gift. The gift would be very simple. Hare Krishna Mahamantra sticker or some photo of Krishna, something very simple, cheap, or maybe for me it was free of cost, like that. And then the last score would be of the topper, Aditya Prakash Prabhu with 95% body score and 98% soul score. Hari Bol. And he would get somewhat bigger gift. The gift which is costing 5 rupees or something. Starting gift may be costing 1 rupee or free only. The final gift might be costing 2, 3, 4 rupees, 5 rupees, like that. And then I would say that so other devotees should take inspiration from these devotees who have passed this previous week, and make sure that very soon you also get 80+% in body score as well as soul score. So this was every week, and the 2 weeks I would be missing. Then after I would come back, then I would give gifts for, okay, 3 weeks back this was the score, and 2 weeks back this was the score, and last week this is the score because I am present there. So like that we would ensure that this is in highlight. Everybody had to come to the mode of goodness. Unlimited Shravanam and Kirtanam, and complete monitoring of each and every activity out there. I was personally there. There was no other focus for me than these boys. I would not care for the boys in the hostel. These were the ones whom I would tell, you go in the hostel, do this for them. For them, these boys will work upon. But I was working on these boys only, those who were in the voice. So that is very important, monitoring by senior devotee. Then one makes very fast progress, like that. How much we were monitored, my God, if you would have done videography of our life when we were students and young brahmacharis, Raisham Pro was controlling 12, 15 of us simultaneously. In college also, when we were preachers, and when we joined as brahmacharis, we were all department heads. Somebody is heading entire youth preaching department, somebody is heading entire kitchen department, somebody is heading accounts department, somebody is heading congregation department, and like that different devotees are heading different departments, and we were all under Radhesham Prabhu, and we would have continuous meetings, once in a week definitely meetings, sometimes twice, thrice, and youth preaching, lot of meetings. So very close monitoring was there. No neglect towards us. That's why we were nourished like anything. So we need to have somebody like that in our life, who watches us very closely and tells us this is not the way, this is the way, and this is very good, you did well, and you do like this, and then next you do this. He gives the next target. Raisham Prabhu would give us so many services, and we would say, Raisham Prabhu, this is not possible. He said, who told you that you have to do all these things in one day? In 1 week also you may not be able to complete this thing. But as a leader, it is my responsibility to load you all with so many services so that Maya does not enter in your life. You are foaming to complete this, and you won't be able to complete in 1 week also. So that you cannot do today, do it tomorrow. That you cannot complete tomorrow also, then day after tomorrow. Not there. And by the time week is ending, you still have few things to do, and by the time I will come and give you 10-15 more things to do. Like that, we were completely packed with Krishna. There was no scope for Maya to enter in at all. Nothing. There was no time to read Prabhupada books in one sense. Only time was in the afternoon, because we were all young brahmacharis. So serving was also for us, chapati making, everything, cooking also we would be there. And so many, hundreds of activities. The whole ISKCON, Pune temple was booming like anything. Youth preaching flourishing, congregation preaching flourishing, temple development, and so many departments. So we need, and Prabhupada also was there in New York. How many? 6 months or something? 4 months, 6 months. He was there only in New York, Matchless Gift Shop. And all the boys and girls were getting such close association of Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was guiding them, do this now, this, arrange program there, and this program was not good, this was not good feature, this, such. And then Prabhupada had to go to San Francisco. And all the boys and girls in New York, they were thinking, how can we live without Swamiji? He's our whole and soul. Like, Prabhupada said, no, you are all grown up, you are now powerful. You preach the way you have been going on, go on like that. Prabhupada encouraged them, then he flew to San Francisco, and there were 50 boys and girls already ready. And he then gave them time, stayed with them. So they got flourished, and then Prabhupada went. And you can see Prabhupada's life, 12 years, 14 times he encircled the whole globe. For what? For giving association to all these devotees. In Boston he went, Montreal he went, India he went, here, there, Japan. Why? Because Prabhupada's association will nourish them, and they flourished like anything. They became attached to Prabhupada. So that is how senior devotees association is required, and senior devotees have to give themselves fully, because these are the two Bhagavatas anyway, Grantha Bhagavat and Vyakti Bhagavat. So Prabhupada was that person Bhagavat who was Srimad Bhagavatam Grantha personified. Whatever is written in Srimad Bhagavatam, what pure devotee does and all that, that we can see actually in Prabhupada's life. And Prabhupada is giving that association. And then apart from Prabhupada's physical presence, then they have Prabhupada's purports, and that they understand how a pure devotee lives. And that they immediately relate, yeah, Prabhupada is like this. This exactly matches with Prabhupada. Prabhupada said like this, Prabhupada did like this. So like that one has to practice, then one will come to the mode of goodness after few years. It may take 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Sometimes it can take millions of lifetimes. If that association is not there, close association is not there. That's why I recommend Brahmachari life for boys, so that they can have very close association of very senior devotees. So because I see in last so many years of being Brahmachari, I got very close association of so many sannyasis and so many gurus. I would take their appointment also, meet them personally in their room. Haldar Maharaj came some few months back. So I took appointment, I went in the room and I asked him two questions, one practical and one philosophical. So similarly Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj, I took appointment of twice, 1 year and then next year again. Then similarly Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he was staying some 2-3 kilometers away from temple in one Grihastha's house. I took appointment, went on two-wheeler and in that time, and I asked that question to him. And like that with Radheshyam Prabhu, to thousands of appointments. Whole life was appointment only with him. Like that. So to him I would drive on the bike from college to, because I was the only one who had scooter. So I would drive him from, and then he would catch his hand on my shoulder, and then all throughout he would be telling, this youth preaching one night, this youth is very good, you focus on this boy, and what happened to that boy. All throughout he would be speaking, and I have been driving also and hearing and answering also. I'm hearing mainly like that. Then I learned three-wheeler by myself, auto, like that. No license of three-wheeler, and would drive in Pune, take him for printing. Discover Yourself book is there, na? That was printed, and I was the driver for that. He had to go to printer to check whether properly it has come or not. He and Jai Gopal Prabhu. And they were saying that two of us, we cannot go on two-wheeler, and Radheshyam Prabhu cannot go on two-wheeler. So how will you go? So he said, in auto we can go, but who will drive the auto? So Radheshyam Prabhu knows. He had learnt himself only. So I took them in Pune and I parked it, and then we all went to printer and watched, and I was watching what they are doing, and then again I brought him. So very close association of great souls is very important. That is Vapu association. And the second is Vani, through their books and through their lectures. That is called as Grantha Bhagavat. That is called as Vyakti Bhagavat and Grantha Bhagavat. So these two, if we do unlimitedly for a few years, then the effects of the influence of the lower modes of passion and ignorance will subside. How much it will subside? From 100%, 98%, 95% or whatever percent. From slowly, it has to come to 25%. 25% is not a problem. That will go away, but eventually. That will go very fast, that's not a problem. But this will take long time. 100% anathas to coming down to 25% anathas. This can take millions of lifetimes, or it can take 20, 30, 40 years. And then Nishtha one enters, and that is the mode of goodness. And these slokas Prabhupada has quoted. Just see the Bengali nice song in a particular rhyme and all. Suddenly it gets interrupted when we have these verses. We cannot sing in the same tune. Bhagavater katha se tab avatar. Now we cannot say Shranvatam sakata Krishna. Punya Shravan Kirtan, it's a mismatch because this is in Sanskrit, that is in Bangla. That has a particular rhyme and this is different one. Why Prabhupada has inserted this prose within the poetry? Because this is what on which entire ISKCON is standing. This is the foundation, the Bhagavata's message. In fact, Prabhupada, at the time all 3 volumes were ready of first canto, in Delhi he got it printed. He was staying in Chippewada, walking all the way to printer 5 kilometers Jain to save some annas. He would walk 5 kilometers to the printer, come back walking 5 kilometers. 10 kilometers he was walking daily, visiting printer for printing the first volume of Srimad Bhagavatam. And once it was ready, once he showed to Bon Maharaj and some other guru, some other god brothers, and they were watching. So first just come from printing press, and they are seeing the jacket. Oh, very nice cover. And okay, Shloka in Devanagari, then Sanskrit, then it is in English, and then word to word meaning in English, then translation, and then purport, and there so many Acharya's commentaries are mentioned and all that. They were so happy. They were so happy while they were turning the pages, and Prabhupada took the opportunity, and then he asked, so this Srimad Bhagavatam wants to go to Western countries and preach the immortal message of the Supreme Lord, and there is one coolie required, coolie, and why I wish to be that coolie. Do I have your permission to go as a coolie for Srimad Bhagavatam? And they said, Swami Maharaj, who can stop you? Because they were not allowing Prabhupada. They said, no, it's not very dangerous country. They're all meat eaters, gamblers, womanizers. It's not good for a sannyasi to go. Sannyasi should not cross oceans. So Prabhupada took this up. They were every time saying no, no, no only. So this was the final punch Prabhupada tried, and it worked like anything. They said, okay, we cannot stop you. You may go. So then Prabhupada went. So this should be the mood that Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam is the master and I am just a coolie. I just carry Prabhupada books and I show to others. And I should read also, not just carry and show to others. I should read, I should know what is there in the book. Otherwise you are just a useless fellow. It is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1:17 to 21, Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul, in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. So how many of you feel that you have a lot of material desire for material enjoyment in your heart? So to the degree, now you may say, I have 30% desire to enjoy this material life. Somebody may say 40%, somebody 50%. To the degree you feel, whatever percentage, to that degree you have to read Srimad Bhagavatam daily. If you don't read that much, that means you are raising hand and saying, I have 90% desire to enjoy this material world. You are not convinced of it. Or at least you are not convinced of the solution or Bhagavatam being the solution. That's why you are saying, okay, just like I'm taking prasadam, I almost completed, but somebody comes with gulab jamun. I said, no, Prabhu, not required, Prabhu. The words are not required, Prabhu, and what hand is saying, डालो ना भाई, क्या पागल है क्या, क्यों डालने रहे, 2 ही डाले, डालो और है ना, और many are there in the jar, डाल. And the word, no, Prabhu, it's okay, no, not required. Not required means like this, you should cover your plate, and what is this? Your actions are louder than your words. So one has to be extremely careful. That is what is the gap of an initial practitioner. What he speaks and what he does. There is a difference there. Because of passion and ignorance. When one comes to the mode of goodness, what he speaks, that's what he does. And what he does, that's what he speaks. Simple. Internal, external, same. But for a sadhaka in the lower mode, passion and ignorance, he shows a big display of being a big devotee, but internally he is kokla. Is hollow, is empty. So, and that all that gets revealed in chanting. Chanting is one activity in spiritual life. You will be exposed thoroughly. You will be stripped of all your clothes, naked, सबको नंगा दिखाएंगे. देखो कितने सारे bruises है, कितने सारे cuts है, कितने operation हुए इसके. ऊपर से जो दिखा रहा है वो सब फेयर एंड लवली, लक्मे, नेल पॉलिश, तो शो है. अंदर सब कट्स हैं, स्टिचेस हैं बॉडी में, गंदा बॉडी, एंड मोल्स है, कालापन है, गंदगी है. So like that it is. So not so easy. So we should work on our improving our chanting. That is, but if we do Shravanam in the form of reading Srimad Bhagavatam daily, hearing it, studying it, preaching it to others, then very soon our heart will be purified and it will be very easy. Chanting will be very pleasurable experience. Ahead he says, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So all that is troublesome, he is saying, almost reduced to heart is almost completely destroyed. Almost means how much? 75% destroyed. That is Nishtha stage. You will come there. So what you have to do? Regular attendance in Srimad Bhagavatam class. So all of us cannot go daily to temple maybe, which may be far. It is good practice to go also daily. But if not, then nearby some center, whichever the center, congregation center, youth center, some center is there where some class goes on. So you attend there. For you all, you are very fortunate. Right in your place only you have daily class. This is a great facility, great favor that you have. And you have to continue this after passing out also. Wherever you go, then you preach to the people around and call them daily and you conduct the classes. Initially you can read from simple books like Perfection of Yoga, Beyond Birth and Death, Laws of Nature, and explain. And eventually you can get them into reading Bhagavad Gita, teach them Bhagavad Gita, then eventually start Bhagavatam, like that, and you will become yourself well acquainted with the matter over there, and they themselves will become very steady devotees. But this has to be done. Regular input, Krishna Rasayan has to go, because this is the area for input and this is the output. So input should be a lot from these 2 ear holes. Then the output will be amazing. That will be about Krishna. Ask yourself how much you hear materialistic talk through your 2 ear holes daily, and otherwise how much you hear Krishna Katha with your 2 ears daily. That is the question to be asked. And accordingly then speech will be manipulated. Obvious it is. Whatever goes inside comes out. As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire and hankering, disappear from the heart. Tada rajastamo bhavaha kama lobha adayaschaye chetayete ranavidham stitam satve prasidati. Stitam gets situated. Satve in sattva prasidati, and the sign is prasidati, is cheerful. So ask yourself how much you are cheerful in the day. No matter what happens in life, you have to be cheerful. As I will tell very bluntly, I tell, somebody comes, spits on your face, somebody passes urine and stool on your head, it should be absolutely no problem for you. You should be cheerful. Why should I be troubled? His urinary bladder was filled with urine and he did not get anywhere, so he passed it on my head. That was his problem, and hopefully through that he got released from the problem. It was never for me any problem before he passed urine, and after he passed urine also it's not a problem. I can always take a bath. Anyway, there was sweating and I was thinking whether to take bath or not take bath. Now he passed urine only. Now it is wonderful. Now I'll have to take bath. I cannot just wipe off with water and all that. So very good. Like that. All situations you have to be cheerful. Brahma bhoot prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labhate param. So whether somebody gave you 10 gulab jamuns and just next to that somebody came and passed urine on your head, you should be equipoised. You should say thank you to the devotee who gave you 10 gulab jamuns, and should say thank you to that person who passed urine on your head. There should be absolutely no difference. Not that, thank you Prabhu, 10 gulab jamuns you gave. Thank you sir, you passed urine on my bed. Means both you said thank you only, but the way you said makes difference. To both you should say thank you Prabhu, thank you sir, like that, equipoised. Samah sarveshu bhuteshu. You see, all living entity. If you don't believe in what I say, you read 11th canto. That's why 11th canto is very powerful. All your illusion, the balloon of your illusion, huge balloon of your illusion, that will be pierced out. You see, Avanti Brahman, when he took sannyas, this is what was done. They would take his danda they would take it away, or they would beat him with his own danda. Danda was given to him for beating others, and they would beat him only. When he would go around beg bhiksha, get some bhiksha, and he would be sitting for taking that bhiksha, about to start, almost started, and somebody would come and pass urine in that prasadam bhiksha patra only. Now imagine the food stuff you are going to eat, it's all mixed with urine of that fellow, and somebody would come, turn around, and would release foul air from his backside, from his anus on his head. This is all written over there. If you don't believe, read yourself. And many more things happened with him. But how he was undisturbed, that is minimum goodness. He might be in pure goodness, but this is minimum goodness. Na shochati, there is absolutely no lamentation. Na kankshati, there is no hankering. You are peaceful, calmly convinced internally, and peaceful outwardly, and cheerful. Peaceful and cheerful. Like that. This is what is mode of goodness. And that happens by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam and serving great souls, pure devotee. You see what Bhagavatam says in life, in the body of a pure devotee. You get 100% conviction, because just reading Bhagavatam you will say, hey, I'll be exploited. What is written? How can I not react when somebody insults me? I will slap him. Eat ka jawab पत्थर से. That is what is modern life, what is our upbringing. किसी ने मुझे ईट फेंका ना मेरे ऊपर, मुझे लगा न लगा, मैं पत्थर उठा के उसका सर ही फोड़ दूंगा, जान ही ले लूंगा उसकी, जान नहीं लूंगा तो नीचे तो गिरा ही दूंगा उसको. He has to be hospitalized for quite some months. So ऐसे नहीं, not even a tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye. वो कुछ भी करे आपके साथ, you should be undisturbed. इतना अंदर से Krishna should be there in heart that external attacks of Maya have no consequence in your life. You have to be full, just like they say also, that pot which is filled with water makes no sound, whereas the pot which has less water makes more sound. The pot which has no water makes lot of sound. Yes or not? Yes. You fill a pot, iron pot, steel pot, like that, completely fill it, and you tap it from outside, hardly any sound will come. But if it is half filled, you tap it, some sound will come. It's completely empty, you tap it, lot of sound will come. So we have to be filled with Krishna. Heart should be filled with Krishna. And how will Krishna come? That he is saying, Shranataha swakatha Krishna punya shravana kirtanam hridayantastu hi abhadrani vidunoti suratsatam. Krishna enters in our heart through hearing Krishna katha. And he cleanses our heart. Paramatma will never clean your heart. He has been accompanying us for millions of lifetimes. Many times we might have been human beings. But he will never clean your heart. He will do only three things: Smriti, Gyan, Apohanam. He will give remembrance. Come on, you wanted to enjoy life in this way, here is the facility. Jnanam, he will give you knowledge. See, this sense gratification is not good. You should start bhakti or something. That Gyan he will try to give to the degree you are ready. And Apohanam, Vismaranam, forgetfulness. Oh, you want to forget Krishna? Here is the way. This is what you do, and you forget Krishna. Simple. So these three things only will Paramatma do. He will not clean your heart. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in commentary to this verse that Krishna enters through the ear holes and he enters the heart, and he says that Shrunvataha Swakatha Krishna. When you hear message of Krishna, Shrunvataha Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridayantasto hi abhadrani. Hriday antastha, हृदय के एकदम अंत में, समझ रहे हैं ना, नीचे. जस्ट लाइक समटाइम्स वी हैव दिस ओवरहेड टैंक्स ना, सिंटेक्स टैंक एंड ऑल. ऊपर से तो हम क्लीन कर लेंगे ऐसे ऐसे, बट नीचे आपका हाथ ही नहीं जाएगा. सो व्हाट वी डू, वी एंटर इनसाइड द टैंक. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू एंटर्ड लाइक दैट? एंड वी हैव एंटर्ड लाइक दैट. पूरा एंटर करके, पूरा क्लीनिंग करके अपने पाँव उसमें ही धोगे. योर लेग में भी डर्टी, दैट इज ऑल्सो वॉश्ड इन दैट वाटर अलॉन्ग विद द डर्ट इनसाइड, एंड एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू फ्लश इट out. And maybe once again little clean water, again flush it out, and then pure fresh water in that overhead tank. So like that, hridayantasto hi, hriday antastha, stha यानी situated, antam is एकदम end में, नीचे तक. बहुत अनर्थ है हमारे. That's why after coming to Nishtha also you have to continue hearing Krishna Katha. No senior devotee can say I will not come for Bhagavatam class because I am senior, I am great soul, I have reached great height. No. बिकॉज अंत में बहुत है, अभी थोड़ा है, 25% बचा है. यू हैव टू कंटिन्यू. 100% जब तक निकलता नहीं तब तक करते ही रहना, और उसके बाद देन यू विल रिलीज, देन यू विल नॉट स्टॉप हियरिंग कथा. सो कंटिन्यू. तदंतस्तो अबधराणी विधुनोति, धोता है। सुहृत सताम, कौन? वो जो भक्तों का बड़ा मित्र है। सताम डिवोटीज, सुहृत हार्ट टू हार्ट फ्रेंड. Who is heart to heart friend? Krishna. That is already told. Vidunoti, he cleanses. See, Paramatma के लिए नहीं है. This is all referring to Krishna only. So we have to allow Krishna to come through the medium of ears and let him go in the heart, and he will clean. You can never clean your heart. We all can never become pure devotees by ourselves. We can never control our mind and senses. Impossible. You are not the master of your mind and senses. You are the servant of your mind and senses. You are Godas. Krishna is Rishikesh. He is the Lord and Master of our senses, and the King of all senses is the mind. So Krishna will only control our mind, and he will only control our senses. So we have to allow Krishna to come in. If you don't allow him to come in, how will you do that? Just like in the soil and all that, these other insects are there. They do fertilizing and all that, isn't it? Manuring. So that's why this thing, farmers and all that, they don't kill these insects. They are very helpful. Earthworms and like that. Even gobar, cow dung and cow urine. These go in the earth and they do very nice thing. Earth becomes very fertile and it produces very high harvest and all that. So like that we have to allow Krishna to come. So life should be arranged in such a way that we are able to do lot of hearing and chanting. That's why I recommend for boys to join as brahmacharis. And similarly girls also. Let's say, okay, whatever studies, then why to go for job? Parents are there, they are working. Our brother is there. Why to go for money? Why? Unless it's acute crisis in family, something loan or something, why should girls be working? It's foolishness. Even boys should not work ideally if they have faith, isn't it? I never worked in my life, not even for a second. I never went to campus interview only. I don't know which company came, which went, which boys went for those campus interviews. I was in temple only. I was with Radhesham Prabhu. I wanted to be recruited by him only. And he had recruited me long before. In the first glance only. Love at first sight. He recruited me for whole life. So it was amazing. So one should not waste time. You tell me, when you are in college, are you able to be 100% Krishna conscious? And while being in voice, is there possibility of being 100% Krishna conscious? While being in voice? Yeah. So why should you go to college? Okay, theek hai, chalo, somehow you are there for the prestige of ISKCON, in a sense, otherwise ISKCON will get bad name. So okay, complete the term, finish it off. BTech, finished. Never go again. Why to go for MTech? Why to go for doctorate, postdoc? Not required. If you are happy with that. Means I was not happy to accumulate more anarthas. I saw by second year of engineering, I found that there are unlimited anarthas in my heart, and it will take a long time for me to get out of all this. I have to fully apply myself to the process. So there is no question. I would have might as well come out of engineering that time only, but because Radhesham would not allow it and all that. And also I had one material desire, that Sundarsham Das, electrical engineer. In some engineer, let there be some tag कि engineer है ये साधु, तो ठीक है चलो. Engineer है ये साधु, लेकिन engineer है साधु. Engineer था, हो गया उसका, अभी साधु ही है. 4 साल engineer था, लेकिन 25 साल ब्रह्मचारी है, साधु ही है. So I wanted that time that material desire was already there. So I thought, okay, chalo. Radhesham will also not allow me to drop out of college, and I also have material desire, ठीक है. And both will be helpful in preaching, no problem. So go ahead. But that's it. That's the end. So why to go in materialistic people's association? What do you feel? Should we go for more of devotee association, or should we go more for materialistic people's association? How many of you feel that we should go more for materialistic people's association? How many of you feel we should go for a devotees association? So why to choose a career? See, now what you are in, that is unavoidable. You got into engineering, some few days passed by, and then devotees came in your life, and then you started realizing, and now you are hopefully realized soul. So now why to choose further career which is going to take you more in the materialistic people association? That is in your hand or not? Henceforth is in your hand or not? Next what to do? That is in your hand. What happened, that you forget it. That's what I found myself in. I am already in first year of engineering. Means by the time I decided in third semester, I was already in the second year. And I felt पीछे भी नहीं जा सकता, और आगे ही जाना पड़ेगा। तो ठीक है, चलो 3-4 साल कंप्लीट कर देंगे, ओवर, नेवर अगेन इन लाइफ। आगे आगे करोड़ों भी जन्म हुए मेरे मानव जन्म में, कभी इंजीनियरिंग में जाऊँगा नहीं, स्कूल में भी नहीं जाऊँगा। आई गो इन गुरुकुल, बिकम ब्रह्मचारी and study under my guru, remain lifelong in ashram, and after I die, next lifetime again I will enter in gurukul only, brahmacharya ashram, until we go back home, back to body. So why should I increase, and why to work, why to have faith in money? He says ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paripasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. I carry for my devotee what he lacks, and I preserve what he has. And I have seen that in last 25 years. जो भी ज़रूरत था कृष्णा अरेंज्ड एवरीथिंग, एंड जो नहीं भी था ज़रूरत वो भी कृष्णा अरेंज टू सी वेदर आई हैव सम मटेरियल डिजायर्स। वो भी चेक करते, ज़रा चेक करके देखता हूँ क्या है, क्या भौतिक इच्छा। सो ही अरेंज एवरीथिंग, धनम जनम सुंदरीम, everything. One girl called me and she said I love you. Miss, एक शॉर्ट में बताया मैंने, 8 times she called me. Long story, I will not tell that. But some other times I have told, it is all recorded. तो पता नहीं किसी और पीछे, किसी और ब्रह्मचर्य के पीछे थी वो, जो भी थी. But the point is धनम also unlimited wealth comes. As a sadhu, every year I get few lakhs rupees. People give, somebody gives 5,000, somebody gives 10,000, and all that we deposit in the lotus feet of, in the service of Radha Vrindavan Chandra. And followers, so many followers are there. There is no dearth of followers. So these things also will come, which we don't want, but if they come, we engage in Krishna's service. If they don't come, anyway, it doesn't matter. We want Krishna only, we don't want anything else. So choose, Prabhus and Matajis, decide. That is in your hand. If you have faith, see, if you have wealth of faith, then you don't need worldly wealth. Because you don't have faith, you have to slog. Slog in your studies, slog in your job, slog in your materialistic life then. So why to slog? Why not earn this? If you are okay with it. If not, then the other way is the only option. There is no other option. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. Thus established in the mode of unalloyed goodness, the man whose mind has been enlivened by contact with devotional service to the Lord gains positive scientific knowledge of the personality of Godhead in the stage of liberation from all material association. Thus the knot in the heart is pierced. Which is the knot? Hridaya Granthi. Hard knot. Just tight. In Marathi there is a saying that Somba jalda tari peel jat nahi. That means when you have 2 ropes tied up and you burn both the ropes, the whole rope will be burned, but that tie will not be broken. That will remain like that only. So it's very hard knot of attachment in this heart. But this will be pierced when one is happy in his spiritual practice with Krishna. You can be happy only with Krishna. If you feel you can be happy with money, go out and earn money. If you feel you can be happy with a woman or a boy, somebody, go with them. If you feel you will be very happy with your followers, go for them. We are convinced I cannot be happy with all these things. I can be happy only with Krishna. Like that. And that requires innocent faith like a child. A child has that full faith. Unless I am on the lap of my mother, I cannot be happy. That's why no matter who takes him, uncle takes, aunt takes, grandfather, this lady, that lady, the child keeps crying only. And when he comes to the lap of mother, he is smiling, happy. So Krishna is mother. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha sakha. You have to come to that conviction. Knowledge has to lead to that conviction. If not, to the degree you are not working hard for Krishna, to that degree you have to work hard for Maya. For all this wealth, followers, women, and security. In one lecture, His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj said, the only faith in the creation is faith in Krishna. So if you have this security, you never feel insecure. Prabhupada, you see, was there any insecurity in his life? You imagine 70-year-old person. How many of us are 70-year-old? You may not be even half of the age. You may not be even 35. 70-year-old man with 40 rupees in pocket. What is the use of 40 rupees? One day it will be lost. Means in one day expenditure in America, 40 rupees is gone. And he has poor health. His English is not that having, forget about US American accent, but not even so good. But he's like such a faith he has, full faith. That Mahaprabhu has said his name will spread in every nook and corner of the world. Let me try. And I tried in India. You imagine having that faith. 43 years he tried in India. How much one should be frustrated? It never works. This formula never works. In fact, these are the statements of the sannyasi disciples of Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur when they returned from London. Personally, he went to Kolkata airport. When the flight came from London, they landed in Kolkata airport. Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur, personally, sannyasi and guru, he is going to receive them at the airport. Imagine, receiving disciples. Even if they are sannyasis for others. For guru, who are they? They are kids only. But he went that, my disciples are coming from preaching in London. He personally went. And at the airport, they came down, they paid obeisances. And what did they say? Guru Maharaj, your formula does not work in the West. What a statement. How can one say that your formula does not, Guru's formula does not work? Are Guru's formula works all over the creation. Eve Yash, Gushup Tribhuvan. The demigods are singing the glories of the spiritual master. So how can in London or UK the formula of the spiritual master will not work? So the faith in the Guru was not so high, which Prabhupada had. Prabhupada had full faith. The holy name of Lord Gauranga, Lord Krishna will spread all over the world. So he took such risk. Food, all of us when traveling, how much we take journey prasad. Yesterday I carried my journey prasad. I woke up, I made another brahmachari get up early in the morning. He kept prasadam ready by 4:10, 4:15 he handed me over, and then I was very happy. Anytime I feel hungry, I can take prasad anywhere. I took it at Varanasi airport only, 10:45. But the security is there, okay. Prasad is there. Anytime I feel hungry, which I will definitely feel hungry sometime. Anytime I feel. I always have other things. Mahaprasad I always carry for devotees. 5-6 packets of Mahaprasad were there. But Mahaprasad cannot be normal meal. We need chapati sabji or something. So that security. But for Prabhupada, what is the security? He is going to foreign land. What does he know? What does America mean? What if it only meat is only there? There is no rice there, no dal there, no sabji there, no chapati there. What will he eat? Pizza or cow flesh? So much insecurity, so much unclear, uncertainty. But Prabhupada had faith in Krishna. Avashya Rakshive Krishna. This is a sign of a Sharanagat devotee. Anukulyasya Sankalpa. What is favorable, he accepts. So that's what we are telling. Now you got into engineering, that's okay. But why to get into future troubles of more materialistic association? Why not have more spiritual association? That is your choice. Pratikulyasya Varjanam. We should give up worldly people's association. That is also stated in NOI also. Atyahara prayasasya prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyamsya shadvir bhaktir vinashyati. Janasanga. If you associate with worldly minded person, your bhakti will be destroyed. And next one, Ussahan Nishya Dharyat Tattat Karma Protanat Sangha Tyagat Satovrutti Shadvir Bhaktir Prasiddhyati. You will flourish in your spiritual life if you give up association of worldly minded persons. Sangha Tyagat. So why are you wanting to have future career after BTech of more materialistic people's association? Think. If you are not able to think, don't worry, I am here for some more days. I will not leave you. And even if you don't get your lesson, very soon I will come back again. I'll tell them, Harry, come on, call me quickly. So that's what intelligent person will understand. And I will try to make sure that you become intelligent in this visit only. If not, I will have to make one more visit. No problem. So next he says, heart is pierced and all misgivings are cut to pieces. The chain of fruitive actions is terminated when one sees the self as master. He will, next Bangla verses continue, his poetry, stanzas. He will become liberated from the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things accumulated in the core of the heart will disappear. How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. See what Prabhupada is saying. I am very unfortunate. What fortunate? Prabhupada made millions of us into fortunate beings, fortunate human beings. So how can he be unfortunate? I am unqualified. He was the most qualified. I challenge anybody on the entire planet Earth that let us show daring like Prabhupada. Is there any man or woman on planet Earth who can dare like Prabhupada? 70-year age, going to West on a cargo ship in ill health, suffering 2 heart attacks, and starting a worldwide mission. And in 12 years span, having 108 ISKCON temples all over the world, which now are gone all over, all the way to 750 plus temples, plus many goshalas, Govinda restaurants, and farm communities, and centers, youth centers, and what not, food for life, So who is so daring as Prabhupada? Nobody. At least I did not find. If you find, let me know. If anybody is more daring than Prabhupada, according to your estimation, I have not found anybody. I am convinced there was not anyone, is not, and will not be anyone as daring as Prabhupada. Even now, challenge to all ISKCON devotees, whatever their age, go to West on a cargo ship from Kolkata Harbour all the way to Boston Harbour. Let us see. On a cargo ship, you have to go. We will give you free passage, don't worry. We will sponsor your ticket. And just 38 days trip through Atlantic and all that. Atlantic was Pacific. Pacific is only Prashant Mahasagar. वो प्रशांत नाम का है, शांत होता ही नहीं वो. Recently I was in what is that? In Pune, one place near Chakand. There is one place. So there one couple, Prabhuji was driving and I was sitting next to him, Mataji was sitting behind. So I was inquiring from him about his life. So he has a grown-up son who is in Merchants Navy. So then he has to go all over the world, Merchants Navy, So then I asked, does he not face difficulty while being in the boat? Though these Merchants Navy, they have very nice ships. They are cruises and all that. But still, ocean is ocean only, it's not land. Altogether different. Does he not face difficulty? He said, no, there is difficulty. I asked him also seasickness, nausea, like Prabhupada felt. He said, yes, seasickness is a problem. So every time he goes on the ship, before going out, he has to take one injection of costing 15,000 rupees. One injection costing 15,000 rupees. And this company sponsors him, whichever company he is working for. They sponsor, but imagine the cost, 15,000 rupees. And he has to take it, otherwise there will be a lot of infection, a lot of problems he will have while being on the sea, to avoid seasickness. Now you see Prabhupada, what injection he took? Whether 15,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees, 150 rupees, 15 rupees, he did not take any injection only. He did not know only, and he went ahead. And he had seasickness, he had nausea, but Krishna protected. Avashya Rakshive Krishna. That was the faith of Prabhupada, and Krishna has to reciprocate. Otherwise, what will the world think? अरे एक स्वामी जी थे हमारे भारत के, 70 साल की आयु में गए हो और वो मर गए, उधर हार्ट अटैक आया, शिप पे ही मर गए. फिर वो बॉडी सड़ रहा था और फिर वो क्या करते, उधर किधर थे, लंदन में उन्होंने जाके उधर कर दिया उनके दाह संस्कार. ठीक है, कृष्ण को अपनी इज्जत की परवाह है कि नहीं? हम सबको कितनी परवाह होती है हमारी इज्जत की. तो कृष्ण तो सबसे बड़े, हमारी क्या इज्जत है कौन जानता है. कृष्ण की कितनी इज्जत है. ऑल ओवर millions of universes, everybody bows down Krishna. Or if he's pure devotee, because of his being poor, if he suffers, dies somewhere in one corner of the world, there is nobody, no relative to do daha sanskar. कृष्ण की तो इज्जत चली जाएगी पूरी. तो उनकी भी तो शान शौकत प्रतिष्ठा इज्जत उनको प्यारी है कि नहीं? उनको करना ही पड़ेगा. One who says Krishna, I am dependent on you. Krishna has to protect. Just like the child says, oh mother, I am fully dependent on you. वो माँ को ख्याल करना ही पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज वो माँ की इज्जत चली जाएगी. क्या माता जी आपने ध्यान नहीं दिया बच्चे को, वो बेचारा रो रहा था भूखा भूखा, आपने भीख मांग के उसको खिलाना था ना. आपने कुछ नहीं, मैं भीख कैसे मांगती, मेरी प्रतिष्ठा. अरे प्रतिष्ठा क्या, बच्चा ही चला गया, अभी तो मर गया वो, तो उसकी इज्जत चली जाएगी. The child is so dependent, so mother will go to any extent. In fact, there is love. There is no question of prestige. There is so much love. She will go to any extent, but take care of the child. So Krishna is, so let us put Krishna in risk, in danger. Let us challenge Krishna. आपने बोला है कि नमे भक्ता प्रणश्यति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानी नमे भक्ता प्रणश्यति, that my devotee will never perish. So Krishna, I declare that I am your devotee. मैं अपनी परवाह करूंगा ही नहीं. देखते हैं आप कैसे रक्षा करते हो. वो सही बोला है कि आपने भगवत तक में थोड़ा टेस्ट करना है, बस 10-15 साल के लिए टेस्ट करूंगा आपको. आप सभी टेस्ट पास हो गए तो मैं सबको बोलूंगा दुनिया में, वो जो बोला है ना सही है. देखो 15 साल से मैंने किया है. ऑल रिस्क आई टुक, बट कृष्णा पास्ड इन ऑल टेस्ट. ही टेक्स केयर ऑफ हिज डिवोटी. कृष्ण को अपनी इज्जत की पड़ी है बेइज्जती सहन नहीं कर पाएंगे बेचारे, भक्त नहीं बनेंगे उनके लोग, उनको अपनी इज्जत रखनी होगी. He will become liberated from the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things accumulated in the core of heart will disappear. How will I make them understand the message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. So many fallen souls got upgraded, elevated because of Prabhupada, and saying I am the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I am powerless to do so on my own. See, I am powerless. Every preacher should feel I am powerless, but Krishna is very powerful. If I connect with Krishna, all that power will come to me, isn't it? Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it is up to you to make me a success or failure as you like. There is no guarantee. Prabhupada can be high success, he can be high failure. All up to Krishna. O spiritual master of all the worlds, I can simply repeat your message, so if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for your understanding. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel engladdened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. You can see those hippies, 1965. You go on internet and check anywhere hippie something, and you see what all photo, what a crazy rascal boys and girls and all that. And you see those only, they only got converted into devotees. And you see devotees, how they are walking in morning walk on Venice beach or anywhere with Prabhupada, and how they are smiling and they're happy. You know, movies are also there. You are ever well-wisher movie. So you can see how what they were and what they became just because of association of pure devotee. So he's saying, by your power only I can have those words. Oh Lord, I am just like a puppet in your hands. So if you have brought me here to dance, then make me dance. Make me dance, O Lord. Make me dance as you like. I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta, and now, if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti, devotion. I don't have devotion. Vedanta, knowledge. I don't have knowledge also. But you can make my name Sarthak, reach perfection by your grace. I depend on your grace alone, nothing else. So this is Prabhupada, and that's how he became so successful. So we discussed cultivating mode of goodness, basically associating with devotees, increase your association of Vyakti Bhagavad and Grantha Bhagavad, and filling sadhana card also. So then we have to keep it in a place which will be visible, and every night before sleeping you feel it, or next day morning you feel it, previous days whatever it is, and weekend show it to your counselor, mentor, whosoever is there, and get the feedback. When I was student, I was a brahmachari. Raisham was our counselor, so he would check every, I don't know which one, Monday, Tuesday. So I remember my sadhana card. It was A4 sheet. It was I think like this, landscape. So then like this, and then he would see, and then he would with red pen, red coloring, he would encircle. And then when I would come, then he would say this, Sundar Shampur, there is too much difference in your time taken for chanting 16 rounds. Here, this day you completed 16 rounds in 1 hour 45 minutes. Here you have completed in 2 hours 5 minutes. Here you have completed in 1 hour 55 minutes. Here it is, what is this? So much variation. Why is it like that? This is too much fluctuation. So you have to think what's going wrong, where it is wrong, like that. Similarly, here you have slept late night. Why you slept at 10:45 or 11:15? What were you doing that time? You have to sleep early. So like that, personal monitoring was. This was when I was a brahmachari. And then one point of time, we were Ruporunda counselors, around 12-15 of us, all top leaders, seniors. So then one point of time, he gave full freedom to me and Vamshivardhan Prabhu. He said, these two don't have to feel sadhana card, because these two devotees are always above 80. So why should they feel sadhana card? They have grown up now, no need. Because Vamshodhan Prabhu was always, in fact, I was above 80, 83, 85, body score, soul score. But Vamshodhan Prabhu would be above 90, above 95, almost close to 100 only, 97, 98, 96, body score 96, soul score 98, sometimes 100 also. Once or twice I also got 100 score. I said nothing doing. The 100 score means you have to get up before 3:15. Mangalati is at 4:30. And 4 o'clock brahmacharis would get up, and I was so fast I can get up at 4:10, 4:15, still I can be ready. But that time I decided no, थोड़ा देखना ही होता क्या 100% मार्क्स. So then whole week I got up before 3:15 and made sure 100%. And I understood, okay, ठीक है, इतना ज़रूरी नहीं है, लेकिन that's why Raishamru does not give so much stress on having 100% body score, 100% so. He says above 80. And he told also in one of the lectures, if somebody is getting 100 out of 100, यानी पक्का selfish है वो. He doesn't care for preaching, he doesn't extend himself. कुछ भी हो जाए, जल्दी सो जाऊंगा, जल्दी उठूंगा, मारो गोली, बाकी ये सब तो चलता रहेगा. It's very important that I have steady sadhana. He has condemned us like anything. On festival day, Nasing Chaturdashi, so many grahasthas, congregation, they have come, they are dancing in front of the Lord. And here our brahmachari goes, put mosquito nets at 8 o'clock only, and before 8:30 he sleeps because he wants to pass in sadhana card and all that. This is the way. The whole congregation is in temple hall dancing, and Lord is appearing and this Prabhu is disappearing. इतना खींचा है, इतनी टांग खींची हमारी, छोड़ा ही नहीं बिल्कुल. थोड़ा इधर गए थाड़, उधर गए थाड़, इधर नहीं, बराबर इधर ही लाइन पे ही रहना है. इधर नहीं, ऐसे इधर नहीं, दोनों तरफ से थप्पड़ या फिर नीचे से लाते. परफेक्ट ट्रैक पे रहना है. So it's great pleasure to be with him. Yes, any question? No question? Then I have unlimited more things to say, which I could not touch till now. Yes, Mataji.
Someone is passing food on your head and you don't get water for 50 days.
You don't get?
Water for 50 days to get it clean.
No problem. It will dry up. Sunlight is there. There are 7 types of baths. It doesn't matter. And it will what? It will eventually become like soil only. It will fall off also. Yeah. Nothing material can stop your progress in spiritual life. Bhakti is unstoppable. Bhakti Devi is not आपके घर की नौकरानी नहीं, या वाराणसी के सबसे रिच आदमी के घर की नौकरानी नहीं है वो. She is the supreme mistress. She is the mistress over Krishna also. कृष्ण भी झुक जाते हैं राधा रानी के चरणों में. तो फिर डोंट थिंक भक्ति देवी टू बी सम ऑर्डिनरी वुमन. आपके घर की नौकरानी या बाजू वाले की नौकरानी, वो नहीं है. शी इज द मिस्ट्रेस ऑफ कृष्णा ऑल्सो. दैट्स व्हाई जयदेव गोस्वामी हेजिटेटेड टू राइट. हाउ कैन आई राइट दैट राधा रानी वॉज सो मच एंग्री एंड देन कृष्णा वॉज ट्राइंग दिस वे दैट वे, नथिंग वर्कड. सो देन ही अल्टीमेटली pleaded and he bowed down at the feet of Radharani and cried tears, "Oh Radhe, please forgive me." So how can I write this? My master, how can he bow down? He is Jagat Guru. Everybody bows down before him. So he went for bathing. Then Krishna only came disguised as Jayadev, and he told his wife, you keep prasad. Prasad is ready now. I'll just write little bit. And he went inside, wrote, and then he said, "Okay, where is prasad?" He took prasad also. He washed hand, and then he went. And then next time, some time later, Jayadev came and said, "My dear wife, is prasad ready?" She said, "What? Just now you took it." He said, "When I took it? I went for bathing, I told you." She said, "No, suddenly somehow today you came early and you went also inside, you wrote something." And then when Jayadev Goswami went inside and saw, my God, he was shocked. Tears in his eyes. With beautiful handwriting, Krishna's handwriting, my God. Pearls, every syllable is like a pearl. And he had written that how Krishna bowed down at the lotus feet of Radharani, crying, "Oh Radhe, please forgive me, become happy, be pleased. If you are displeased, my life is useless." So Jayadeva Goswami is blissful. So you bhakti cannot be stopped by anything. Urine, stool, और उससे भी अगर कुछ है अलग, उससे भी बढ़िया. Bore, that's what he says. पूजा लाभ प्रतिष्ठा शुकर है विष्ठा. आदमी की क्या विष्ठा है? डबल प्रोसेस विष्ठा तो बोर की होती है, क्योंकि वो खाता ही विष्ठा है, और वो विष्ठा का सुपर प्रोसेस्ड विष्ठा, उसको क्या बोलेंगे हम? अल्ट्रा विष्ठा है कि नहीं? क्योंकि वो तो राइस दाल सब्जी चपाती खाता ही नहीं, वो खाता ही विष्ठा है. और फिर डबल प्रोसेसिंग होके जो उसका विष्ठा निकलता है, वो भी जंगल वाला, अपना वाराणसी वाला नहीं, गली में आपके इधर उधर घूमने वाला, जंगली बोर. और वो भी मेल नहीं, फीमेल, अकॉर्डिंग टू गौर कृष्णदास, अकॉर्डिंग टू गौर गोविंद स्वामी महाराज. The dung of a wild she boar, in Maharaj words. तो वो भी कुछ आपको भक्ति में बाधा नहीं डाल सकता. Nothing can stop भक्ति. वैष्णव अपराध कैन डिस्ट्रॉय योर भक्ति. आप ही अपने हाथ से अपने पाँव पे कुल्हाड़ी मार सकते हैं. अगर बुद्धू है तो, बुद्धिमान कभी ऐसा नहीं करेगा. This is and no other question, no? So I'm just quickly asking you 13 questions. Yes. It is here also I can read. If someone offer you gulab jamun or passes urine, but one should stay calm to achieve that level of mode of goodness or calmness, is it practically possible for all living entities in present time? All living entities are not ready to chant one round also. Where is the question of coming to Nishtha? So we cannot ask question like, is it practical that everybody becomes lawyer in 800 crore population around 800 crore population of the world becomes lawyer. They never want to be lawyer. Those who want to be lawyer also cannot be lawyer sometimes because they cannot pass the exam. It's not so easy. It requires high qualification, karma of them. So no need to worry about everyone. But eventually everybody has to come to that level. Everybody not simultaneously. Slowly, isn't it? Like you all are, some of you are in second year of IIT BHU. So 20 years back there was some 1,000 boys and girls who were in second year. 30 years back there were some thousands of, but they were all different. That time they were in second year. You are now 20 years from now there also will be boys and girls in second year. 30 years now from now they also will be there. But different times. Everybody will pass through. Everybody means all those who come to IIT BHU. So likewise everybody has to come through Nishtha to reach Prem stage. It will take time. It will not be immediate. Simultaneously everybody will be not the same. Likewise 800 crore population of the world is not all 35-year-old. No, somebody is just born, somebody is not yet born, he is within the womb. Somebody is 1 year old, 2 year old, all like that. So there are some 13 questions which Ramanand Rai was asked by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kona vidya madhyasar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, of all types of education, which is most important? BHU or IIT BHU? Which one of the two? Oh no, LLB is better. Or IPSC, UPSC, whatever it is, MPSC. Ramanand Rai replied, no education is important other than the transcendental devotional service of Krishna. So will it be taught in BHU or here or in temple Brahmachari Ashram? Think. What are you heading? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, out of all glorious activities, which is the most glorious? Which is the most glorious? To have BTech degree, MTech degree, doctorate. Which one? Dashavita. Dasanudas. That person who is reputed to be a devotee of Lord Krishna enjoys the utmost fame and glory. Whole world should say, ये कृष्ण भक्त हैं, पक्का भक्त हैं. कहीं भी दबाओ कृष्ण भक्ति ही निकलती है बाहर. हॉलो नहीं है, पूरा भरा भरा है. संपत्तिर मध्य जीवेर कौन संपत्ति गणी? Of all many capitalists, who possesses great riches? Who is the topmost? अंबानी और कौन? मुझे नहीं पता कौन है. बिल गेट्स. अपने ओल्ड नेम ही चलते हैं क्योंकि अपडेट्स पता ही नहीं रहते. अपना बिल गेट्स में फंसे हम. पहले धीरूभाई अंबानी बोलते थे, आजकल अनिल अंबानी होंगे. पता नहीं और कोई आ गया होगा. है रिच पीपल. टॉप 10 they keep finding out na every year or whatever. So who is the topmost capitalist? He who is richest in love for Radha and Krishna is the greatest capitalist. See, are you enriched with love for Radha and Krishna? Is your heart filled 100%, if not 108%, filled with love for Radha and Krishna? Mukta madhya kono jiva mukta karimani. Out of all liberated persons, who should be accepted as the greatest? जो जाके अमेरिका में सेटल हो गया, उसको यूके में सेटलमेंट हो गया. He is the greatest liberated soul. Many Indian children now have US citizenship because they are born only in India. Parents made sure they are settled there, and during first pregnancy they are very happy. Child will be born here only and he will be getting American citizenship by default. Is this the goal? Is he liberated soul? All those boys and girls born in America or London, are they liberated souls? That is the question. He who has love for Krishna has attained the topmost liberation. Gana madhya kona gan jivera nija dharma. Among many songs, Bollywood and Hollywood, which song is to be considered the actual religion of the living entity? Which one? Bollywood or Hollywood? Or Telugu is also there, I think. Telugu, latest creation. So which is the best? Radha Krishnera Prema Keli Yai Gitera Marma. That song describing the loving affairs of Shri Radha and Krishna is superior to all other songs. And the topmost is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In which all of us children of Radha Krishna we are saying, Oh Radha, Oh Krishna, I love you. So this is the best song. We should sing this song 24/7. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Shreyo Madhya Kona Shreya Jiveraha Yasar. Out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is best for the living entity? Which is the best? To purchase smartphone? No. To purchase iPhone. iPhone is the best. Is that the most auspicious activity? Beneficial? The only auspicious activity is association with the devotees of Krishna. So do we have association of devotees? Is there any plan to increase this association of devotees? Or are you going somewhere away from devotee association in more materialistic people's association to reduce your devotee association? Choice is there in your hand to to shape your future. What you are into now, that is unavoidable, but future is in your hand. Decide. Kahara smarana jiva karibe anukshan. What should all living entities constantly remember? What should we remember? The chief objects of remembrance are always the Lord's holy name, qualities and pastimes. You should always keep hearing. Shrunvataha Shraddhaya Nityam. Siddha Bhagavatam. Shrunvataha, hearing. Shraddhaya, with faith. When? Morning. No. Nityam, 24 hours. So Kirtaniya Sadahari, 24 hours we should chant Hare Krishna mantra. And Bhagavatam says Shrunvata Swakata, Shrunvata Shraddhaya Nityam. And you should hear about Krishna's name, fame, qualities, pastime. 24 hours. So 24 hours you do hearing, 24 hours you do chanting. How to do that? That is your management. Krishna will give the intelligence. It's possible. You can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and hear that. Shravanam Kirtanam. Kahara Smarana Jiva Karibe Anukshan. What should all living entities constantly remember? What should we remember? Money, women, or followers? What? The chief objects of remembrance are always the Lord's holy name, qualities and pastime. Dheya Madhya Jivera Kartavya Kona Dhyan. Out of many types of meditation, which is required for all living entities? What meditation should we have? The chief duty of every living entity is to meditate upon the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. So is that happening for us? Is there any plan to increase the remembrance of the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna? Or is there a plan to forget their lotus feet? Shravan Madhya Jivera Kona Shrestha Shravan. Out of all topics people listen to, which is best for all living entities? Politics, sociology, family affairs, Bollywood, Hollywood movies. Hearing about the loving affairs between Radha and Krishna is the most pleasing to the ear. So Krishna book we can do reading, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrut with Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and so many other places. So many. Recently I happened to read Garga Samhita. What amazing pastimes are there, which are not there in Bhagavatam also. So nice. There is Brahmanda Puran also, in which also many Radha Krishna pastimes are there. Upasyara Madhya Kona Upasya Pradhan. Among all worshipable objects, which is the chief? Should we worship our dean, HOD, or who? The CM of Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister. The chief worshipable object is the holy name of Radha and Krishna, the Hare Krishna mantra. Bhukti Mukti Vanche Yai Kahara Duhara Gati. Those who desire Bhukti and Mukti, what destination do they achieve? Those who want Bhukti, they go to Swargalok, and there are heavenly delights they enjoy. And those who want Mukti, they attain bodies, those of the trees. Sthavar Dehe, Deva Dehe, Aiche Avasthiti. Those who attempt to merge into the existence of the Supreme Lord will have to accept bodies like those of trees, because they want to finish off their existence. They may not go there, are not qualified, so here they will become trees, become Shantaras, something like that. Yeah, so these are the questions. So think about your life. In English they have, no? You are the architect of your life. तू ही तेरे जीवन का शिल्पकार है, समथिंग लाइक दैट, है कि नहीं? हिंदी में है कि नहीं पता नहीं, इंग्लिश में तो है ना. यू आर द आर्किटेक्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ. So what? Just like if you are going to be architect of your house, then you can design. It should be 2 BHK or 2.5 BHK. Here will be the a living room, kitchen, this much, this. Everything is in your hand because you are the one who is designing. Yes, any other question? If there is no question, that means you all are ready to surrender to Krishna right now, here only. No need to go to college also, or job also. Yes.
You told that the importance of feedback from superior or from person who is guiding us, but sometimes we feel that someone is not there to guide us.
If you wish, then he will be there. See, Dhruva Maharaj wanted to achieve Krishna, and he went ahead. What does he know? Where is Krishna? He's a 5-year-old boy. Even great sages, they don't know. Tapasvis, they don't know. He just went. And what? If you see now also, I have seen Bittur, that area where Dhruva Maharaj's father's palace was there. My God, it is such a secluded place. In the night, if you are there, even I am there, I will be fearful. And he was a 5-year-old boy and he's just walking through the forest. Satyuga, millions of years back. So Krishna sent Guru. Life is nothing but what you desire, Krishna arranges accordingly. Now also it's up to you. Like I am saying so much about brahmachari. So those who wish, they will become. Those who don't wish, they will not become. I know that very clearly. Every moment we have the choice. Nobody forces us in one sense. Nobody can force you anyway. Force doesn't work. It can work for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 day, 2 days, not for whole life. So if you desire, where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a strong will, there is a strong way. Where there is a weak will, there is a weak way. Where there is no will, no way. So where do we get desire from? Desire we get from association. That's why when you associate with pure devotees, you get all spiritual desire. Desire to serve Krishna more, to dedicate to Krishna more and more. Their desire comes, and the desire comes, you are praying to Krishna, crying to Krishna. Krishna will fulfill your desire. Prabhupada was asked by one Mataji disciple, he was young girl only, Prabhupada, Swamiji, why did you come so late to America? Why did you not come before only? Prabhupada said, because you were not ready. That means Prabhupada was ready. Just like you all called me to Varanasi, starting from 17th March. So I came. If you would not have called, somebody else would have called, I would have gone there. That means I am ever ready. It depends on who calls. They are not ready. Like similarly, after going out to going to Pune, 15th April, they were asking me in Ujjain also. So then I said I am ready. After 15th April, I will come back. So I am ready. They said no, already the things are booked, April and all. So May is also booked, I think. Either June or July you could come. So I said okay. Then we are finalizing those dates. So person may be ready. The Guru is always ready to give Krishna's mercy to the whole world. Krishna is Jagat Guru, and to the degree a Guru takes shelter of Krishna, that Guru also is capable of becoming Jagat Guru. Understand? How much? Sakshat Haritvena. Haritvena means what? He has the qualities of Krishna. So Krishna's quality is Jagat Guru. So Guru can also become Jagat Guru, but depends on how much the Guru is accessing Krishna, is connecting to Krishna. So the Guru is always ready, but the disciples are not ready, the followers are not ready, the recipients are not ready. So when you are ready to receive somebody, then otherwise it is like only, see Prabhu, I want a counselor, but I don't want him to call me anytime. He should be in his own area, but on paper his name should be there as my counselor. So you are like that, then you will not get a counselor. If you are really ready for somebody to monitor your life, Krishna will send you that person who will monitor. We are not ready. And there is a difference in us as sadhakas, in our practice and our speech. That's what there is hollow practice of spiritual life. Emptiness. But when you come to the mode of goodness, then there is no difference. Then you don't even speak. You yawn from within, and Krishna arranges. When one is in passion, there are a lot of desires, material desires. He cannot fulfill. So what he derives pleasure in? To tell. I am going to purchase iPhone. In iPhone also I was thinking whether 16 model or 16 Pro, or maybe I will wait for 17. That is better. So he speaks so much. Why? Because he is not able to purchase it, and there is dissatisfaction. So at least there is satisfaction. I have told my friends that I am going to purchase. I already have money. Just 10,000 is less. I will borrow it. And so much he speaks. The person in the mode of passion speaks a lot. Person in the mode of godness does not speak much. He just speaks what is required. Anudvegakaram vakyam sattam priyam hitam chaya. Vangmayam, what is it? Swadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapo uchyate. The austerities of the speech. Which one? 14th chapter? 17th? 17th. Yeah, so you can read that. Anudvegakaram, not agitating to others. Satyam, it is truthfully speak. Priyam, it is very, what do you call? Beneficial. Hitam is beneficial. Priyam is pleasing, beneficial. Swadhyay, it's based on the scriptures, studies of the scriptures. Abhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapo uchyate. That is called as austerities of the speech. Similarly, austerity of the body and austerity of the mind. Prasad, what is that word? Prasad, I think, satisfied. Austerity of the mind is to be satisfied. The mind will not allow you to be satisfied. Oh no, I want this, I have to go there. This is uncontrolled mind. And one who has austerity of the mind, prasad, saumyatvam, is very pleasing, calm, calmly convinced. करने दो जिसको जो करना है. I am happy with Bhagavad Gita. पढ़ता रहूँगा. You saw that South Indian Brahmin. He's peacefully reading Bhagavad Gita. And all others are क्या देखो मूर्ख हैं, देखो इसको पढ़ने को भी नहीं आ रहा है. बोल रहा पत्रम पुष्पम फुटफुम फुक क्या बोल रहे हैं, पढ़ने को नहीं आ रहा है. बोलते रहे, चले गए. He went on day after day, month after month. And then who came in his life? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him, gave him Krishna prema. So like that one has to practice. दुनिया बोलती रहे, आप डिस्टर्ब नहीं होंगे. आप किन की सुनते हो? गुरुओं की. That's why those who hear Guru, they only become deaf to all other materialistic people. वो सुन ही नहीं पाएंगे materialistic लोगों को. But unfortunately we don't hear our gurus. That's why we hear materialistic people and get carried away. Then I want to go for higher education. I want to go to UK or US or maybe Russia. 10 जैकेट लेके जाऊंगा टू प्रोटेक्ट फ्रॉम कोल्ड, बट जाऊंगा ही. उधर जाके मर जाऊंगा, लेकिन मरूंगा तो उधर ही मरूंगा, इंडिया में नहीं. ठीक है, जाओ उधर जाके मर जाओ. Where do we get such conviction from? From materialistic association. And where do we get spiritual convictions? From spiritual association. Association with Guru. If you associate with Prabhupada, you read Prabhupada books, you see how you get strength. You read Lilamrit, then you see how you get strength. You hear, you associate with pure devotees. It's amazing. Amazing. Yes, any other? Yeah. तो आप हैं ना, आप ही जाएंगे शायद हायर पोजीशन में. मुझे मेरे गुरु महाराज ने बोला है, तृणादपि शुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुन अम्मानि न मानदेन कीर्तनीयः सदा हरि. नहीं, मैं ऐसे झूठ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. यू कैन हियर राधा स्वामी हमारे लेक्चर, पहले वाले हर लेक्चर में वही था. I should be humbler than blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. And Guru Maharaj told me also, ब्रह्मचर्य आश्रम में रहोगे, इतना टॉलरेंट बनोगे तुम कि उसका हाइट ही हो जाएगा. इतना मारेंगे तुझे, इतना पीटेंगे, you will become very humble and tolerant. Then I said, Guru Maharaj, then I will be in ashram only. Some by default will go that side. Jesus says in Bible, many are called, few are chosen. So that way in ISKCON many will come, but few will only become brahmacharis. The vast majority will go for married life only. That's fact. It's a fact. The whole world cannot be brahmacharis. In Prabhupada times also so many boys joined as brahmacharis. Afterwards they married. Brahmacharini, girls joined as brahmacharinis, and they were full swing brahmacharinis. Like brahmacharis only. Absolutely no difference. But after Prabhupada left, one by one they all got married. And it is proper also for girls have to get married. But even boys got married. Brahmacharis also got married. But what I stress upon is training. Few years of training in brahmacharya ashram. Because if am I reading a Prabhupada books, everywhere Prabhupada says the power of man is brahmacharya and power of woman is chastity. That means every girl should get married and should be very faithful, loyal, chaste to her husband, and every man should not marry, and he should ideally at least first phase, and be in Gurukul, under Guru, just serve as a humble menial servant. Brahmachari Gurukule vasan, he should stay in Gurukul. Tanto, control his senses. Guru or hitam, work for Guru's benefit. Acharan dasavat nicho, act like a humble menial servant. Toilet, bathroom, cleaning, सब भंगी की तरह काम करना है अगर बोला है तो, या फिर लेक्चर देना है बोला है 10 करोड़ लोगों को तो वो भी देना है. जस्ट सर्वेंट, menial servant. Acharan dasavat nicho, Guru sudruda savradam, like that having deep friendship with Guru. These are the instructions of Narad Muni to all of us, to brahmacharis, through Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj was spoken, 12th chapter of 7th canto, first verse only, 7:12 1. And you read Prabhupada books, everywhere this is there. You tell me whether Prabhupada speaks like this or not. That the strength, power of every man is brahmacharya and power of every woman is chastity. You read and tell me whether I am telling something else. And so after getting trained, then they will go out, and as per the karma, some devotees will be flourishing like anything. You see our Vivek Bindra Prabhu, how famous he is. Gaur Gopal Prabhu as a brahmachari is famous. Amog Lila Prabhu. Does that mean all brahmacharis are famous like Gaur Gopal Prabhu? No. Their fame is there on their name. Nobody can stop that fame. Gaur Gopal Prabhu was a very simple brahmachari. I know him before his initiation also. I know his earlier name. When he joined as a fresh brahmachari, I have seen him white. Just very simple brahmachari. From there also, then he was simple like others only. But suddenly, because that is there in his name, according to his karma, material karma, it was there with him. Now he is spiritualizing it under the guidance of his Guru. That is the bhakti side. But otherwise, the fame is there. You cannot stop it. Similarly, money will come. Other things will also come. Everybody has it and it will come. I know brahmacharis who have got lakhs of rupees of money in inheritance. भक्ति किया उन्होंने 15 साल 20 साल आश्रम में रहे, and parents की तरफ से after death or what, somebody got 10 lakhs, somebody got 5 lakhs, somebody got 15, 20, 30, 40. One brahmachari got 50 lakhs. आराम से, कुछ किया नहीं, क्योंकि है वो उसके नसीब में, आएगा ही आएगा. कौन रोक सकता है उसको? कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता. Any other? Do Mataji have a question? I think you asked anyway. I am telling you what Krishna is saying, na, at the end of what he is saying. Sarva dharman parityajya. Is not at that? Test. Even that is not a problem. Prabhupada says imitation of good things is good. Please. I always stress upon training. Training लेना होता है बाद में. There are two types of brahmacharis: Naistik brahmachari and Upakurvan brahmachari. Naistik brahmachari means lifelong he will remain brahmachari. Upakurvan means he will take training, whatever 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years max. Then he will get out and then he will get married. So he is called a Upakurvan brahmachari. Grahasthas who also are very properly following brahmacharya, that means sex only for procreation, not for recreation, they are called as grahastha brahmacharis. They are not just called grahastha. Okay, for short we may call grahastha, but ideal term is grahastha brahmachari. There are 5 types of brahmacharis: brahmachari, grahastha brahmachari, vanaprastha brahmachari, sannyasi brahmachari, brahmacharini brahmachari. That means everybody has to practice brahmacharya, compulsory. ब्रह्मन चरति इति ब्रह्मचारी, जो ब्रह्मन में चरण करता है, जैसे गाय क्या कहते हैं उसको, गोचारण करती है, गोचारण भूमि में गोचारण करती है, चरती है, वो इधर उधर भटकती है. वैसे जो ब्रह्मन में कृष्ण में ही, कृष्ण के नाम रूप गुण लीला में ही भ्रमण करता है, चरण करता है, उसको ब्रह्मचारी कहते हैं. ब्रह्म में चरण करने वाला, ब्रह्मन में. तो सर हर किसी को कंपल्सरीली ब्रह्मचर्य है. इवन इफ यू आर मैरिड, after on the day of marriage, 20 years from the marriage, 30 years after the marriage, you have to be brahmachari only. Sex only for procreation. That is the only ashram where children are produced. No other ashram. No brahmachari ashram, anaprastha ashram, sannyasa ashram produces children. Only grihastha ashram. So he produces children, as is the dharma of that grihastha life. But otherwise, no question of sex. So he is a grihastha brahmachari. He also practices brahmachari. His wife also practices brahmachari only. Brahmachari life. She's a married woman, so she's also brahmachari. The way materialistic world, they are craving for sex like anything. People are mad, sex, day and night. Daytime they have to work hard, that's why they can keep away. Otherwise, night time only sex. So that is not what is a grihastha life. Grihastha life means Krishna conscious, they sleep early, both of them, husband wife, and they get up early in the morning, get ready, and then Mataji may do decoration, and they chant, they have Mangalati, they preach, they invite everything. And for as long they want children, one child, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, whatever children, that time they will have to come together, physical union, and they will follow also that very nicely. Brahma producing child is not just one time act of physical union. It takes 2, 3, 5, 10 years. In fact, ideally the boy has to be practicing brahmacharya from age 5 till 25 also. He should be in brahmacharya. Then when he gets married, he is fit for producing Krishna conscious child. And this girl also should be under mother's care, and mother should train her in chastity, household chore, how to be loving, caring, everything. And then she gets married to him. And they are, after marriage also, they are preparing. They are going to holy places, hearing from holy sadhus, and they are thinking of a particular child. They have that conceiving. She conceives child through physical union later, but mentally she conceives the child, she and he, both of them, before only. That we want a child who will be like, a very nice devotee, like this. They talk also about it, like this, like this, like this. This talk goes on. This is mental conception, conceiving. And then afterward, they will have physical act. Before that also, there is a difference in one sense between Garbhadan Sanskar and the act of physical union. Garbhadan Sanskar has other shlokas only. If you read, there is a book produced by Pune ISKCON Temple. They have interviewed many Prabhupada's disciples and senior devotees. In that, there is a Vedic conception, what Garbhadan Sanskar. It's altogether different only. And this physical union is the last thing. It's not the whole thing. Now the whole world is that only. And that also not for procreation. That is for only enjoyment, recreation, using contraception. That's a hellish life. That has nothing to do with grihastha life. Grihastha life is a very pure life. It's ideal. It's worshipable. Sannyasis will bow down. Bhaktivinoda Thakur we have as a grihastha. How many children he had? Some 12, 13 children he had. Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada and he met. So Prabhupada asked Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, so how many children you had? He said, Prabhupada, I gave out semen for 13 times, I had 13 children. Prabhupada said, me too. I gave semen 4 times, I had 4 children. See, pakka brahmachari is there. So, gave out semen for children, that's it. No other time sex. Prabhupada also say 4 times he gave semen and 4 children, that's it. No sex before or after. This is grihastha life. So, and that can be practiced only when one has the foundation of brahmacharya life from childhood ideally. Ideally, his parents should have done Garbhadan Sanskar and everything before he was conceived. And then he was raised nicely in Krishna consciousness. And then at the age of 5, he was sent to Gurukul. He went through entire brahmacharya life. Then he got married and such an ideal. That's why Prabhupada said, the third generation of ISKCON will be stable. Why he said third generation? Because the first generation were all hippies, many of them, they got Prabhupada and good power of bhakti, potency, worked and they became wonderful devotees and they preached also. But then still because they are from Western and so much influence, many fell away also. Then the second generation is better. They know, oh my God, so many seniors fell down, sannyasis fell down, be careful. But then in that also, some still slipped. The third generation, this is one explanation. And another explanation is, the first generation means those who came in touch with Prabhupada, the boys, and they practiced some brahmacharya, and girls who practiced brahmacharya, and they got married, they did Garbhadan Sanskar. And when they produced a child, that is the first generation. You understand? Because for these boys and girls also Garbhadan Sanskar was not done. They were getting carried away. But because of Prabhupada, so now when they do Garbhadan Sanskar, the child born is the first generation of ISKCON. Then that child, when he grows up, he does, then his child will be second generation, and like that. That is another consideration also. But even otherwise, we Prabhupada disciples first generation. We are in second generation. Next generation could be very stable, because they would have thousands of examples of seniors. इसका ऐसा गड़बड़ हो गया, उसका वैसा गड़बड़, और ये सीनियर ने इतना अच्छे से भक्ति किया, ये प्रिंसिपल्स फॉलो किए, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ही वाज अ शाइनिंग एग्जाम्पल, परफेक्ट, आई वांट टू फॉलो इन हिज फुटस्टेप्स. You understand? Both positive, negative, everything is there, and they will be highly stable. So like that. Hare Krishna. Any other? No. So we'll end here then. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. Anybody who did not get prasad yesterday? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would you be here for Mangalati, or you are going? Huh? Who is going? You two are going. Huh? So there is no option. We have to give prasadam. I'll just give 1 minute.